There's a time and a season for everything under the sun. There's a time for doing good things, and there's even a time for doing bad things. And actually, those two times are really close together when you're sitting over the grave of Dr. Buzzard at midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil. I'm Mark Jones, and this is 15 of 52. Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil is about a series of events that took place in Savannah, Georgia over the course of several years. The author, John Berendt, wrote a nonfiction book with some subjectively fictionalized embellishments, I suppose you could say. So, in a way, it's almost a piece of gonzo journalism. The story is a first-person account of John Berendt as he gets to know a lot of the locals of Savannah society, and in the book he changes some of their names to protect their privacy and identities because some of the antics they get up to are a little bit insane. For example, there's one wealthy gentleman who likes to fly around in a private plane and bomb his friends' houses with bags of flour. He always aims for the chimney. The book has an impressive cast of characters, including Joe Odom, the jack of all trades, who's also a bit of a party animal and definitely a squatter in the different houses he lives in. The Lady Chablis, the High Empress of Savannah, who is actually a drag queen entertainer. And the wealthy and aloof Jim Williams, who owns the Mercer House, a very famous house in downtown Savannah, Georgia. Williams is a restorer of antique furniture and has in his employ a young man named Danny Hansford. And Danny's a bit of a loose cannon. So one night, Jim and Danny have a bit of a quarrel, and in the heat of the moment, Jim shoots Danny and kills him. And a large portion of the book covers the proceedings of Jim's 4 murder trials, in which he is convicted 3 times, but then the conviction is overturned and he has to be tried again. The 4th time, he is finally acquitted, but dies of a mysterious heart attack. According to Minerva, the witch doctor Jim consults, and actually is based on a real person who is a real witch doctor in Beaufort, South Carolina, and was the common law wife of Dr. Buzzard, who, in real historical accounts, is a very famous root man from South Carolina, my home state. But according to Minerva, it's the spirit of Danny who's not finished with Jim and is not going to let him alone. Now, I really enjoyed this book, and I would encourage you to read it. It's very funny. The characters are absolutely hilarious, especially because when you read it, you go, wow, these are real people that really do these things. If you've read this book, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Please leave me a comment or a video response, or you can tweet to me at MarkJonesAudio. The hashtag for the series, as always, is #OfFiftyTwo. Because I had to kind of throw this video together pretty quickly, I filmed it myself out here in the woods near my apartment complex. And so sorry about the traffic noises in the background. But that's it for this week's episode of OfFiftyTwo. I'm Mark Jones, and again, if all goes according to plan, I'll see you guys next week.
What makes a man kill another man? Something I will never understand. Not for cause or reason, mind you, but for cold blood on malice hand. Such a thought, but I thought tonight as a jealous mind demands. If you're a menace, then I'm a menace. The menace does what a menace can. Oh, a menace does what a menace can. Oh, a menace does what a menace can. It's a brief history of murder and mayhem. It's a brief history of murder and mayhem.